How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. I'm in the process of building a few decks. Don't quite have the pieces yet, so I'm going day by day. And we're playing with Vraska today. Now, the reason we're playing with Vraska is because I kind of wanted to do a green-black corrupted deck. But the only commander we got in All for One that would fit that theme is Glissa. And while I like Glissa, we made Glissa last week, I think? Like, 2 weeks have not passed yet, so her statute of limitation on deck construction has not fully passed. So in the meantime, we're using Vraska because she's a Deathtouch commander. And one of the problems with building like a toxic corrupted deck is that there's just not enough to go around, honestly. Especially when you don't use white, because white has things like Screeve's Hive. But in my experience, I was actually curious, so I did test a little bit of it. The mites just don't feel that good, if I'm being honest. They don't feel like they, So, we've supplemented the Toxic plan with Deathtouch, because we have Flynn, who makes it so that if a Deathtouch creature deals combat damage to an opponent, they also deal 2 poison damage. So he basically gives your creatures Toxic 2 if they have Deathtouch. And Toxic Abomination has also snuck its way into the deck, because apparently I was not paying much attention. I thought that there might be more. Just more little toxic creatures that I didn't recognize, but I guess not. Yeah, these guys can't block. A Rowena. Yeah, I don't know what they're on about. They have Kythar, which is generally a Storm Commander. This is generally a Storm card. This is not a Storm card. Because you can't sacrifice them because they're not spirits, right? I guess we just kill her. Right, because we don't want her around. Cornucopia is a cool card. It's a bad card, but it's a cool card, right? Like, I opened one up in the original Theros block, and I played it in a couple of Two-Headed Dragon matches with a couple of my friends, but it's just not great. It's just not great, honestly. Paying 6 mana for 2 mana in the future, it's not good. Well, they're their 4th one. So we'll swing in, get another counter. Do I want to play Claude, or do I just want to get an assassin down? I'm a little light on spot removal. Like, I got Anoint, of course, because it's corrupted. But I'm hoping that the Deathtouch can, Are they a poison deck, too? We are losing the poison race, which is very sad. I have Wrath in the deck. think I only have 2 though, so it's not very likely that we're going to run into one of them. What does your green version do? Creatures with 2 power less can't be blocked. Well, that's actually kind of decent. At the beginning of your end step, Shadowheart deals 1 damage to each player. Whenever you lose life during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Yeah, you got Phyrexianized Vraska. Ooh, Hooded Blightfang. So what are we blocking? Deathtouch or Poison? Poison does more damage because it is a bigger creature. But, I mean, they're basically on... Excuse me, they're basically on par with Hooded Blightfang out. Kind of been mana stuck. So they keep Kythar, we keep Hired Poisoner.
You're coming with me.
Or they just get rid of my enchantment. That's fine. It returns during the... Annoying with poison. So this guarantees the death of the Wanderer, almost? We can only attack her with 1 creature. They did not read Hooded Blightfang. Beginning of your intercept Shadowheart Grave deals 1. Huh. So if you specialize him, you just get... no. This is kind of hard to tell. Okay. Well, that was better than expected. We have 5 mana. Let's draw some cards, gain some life. Hey, there's a Toxic 3 for next turn. Might as well put in a creature so that they have to deal with it or die. So they have to have a blocker. Or they lose. Or they can remove Toxic Abomination. Like, that is a viable strategy here, right? That doesn't do it, though. Because... go for the throat. We have beaten the Wizard Kaikar. And then we move on to our next challenge in our metaphysical arena dungeon. Yeah, so I don't know how well the deck works. Like, the Flynn deck was always kind of jank, right? And this is basically a Golgari version of Flynn that gives you a handful of additional ways to add poison counters. There's a tap dual land. His hand is bad, but I'll keep it. Like, I don't have a choice. Like, a mono blue deck should be somewhat slower on the uptake, so there's a chance we just get by. Don't really want to feel the ruin for... Let's see if they can deal with a Sheoldred.
Coming until it's I've done things I'm not proud of.
Gonna pretend to add to the board because I don't care about this, I don't care about this, and I don't care about this. I want to get to blood money, and in the shenanigans, because the shenanigans might be too much for us. I'm still waiting for a dedicated Deathtouch commander. Like, we have some commanders that have Deathtouch, but we don't have many that specifically mention the keyword and kind of act in a similar way to Vraska, Eminence Swarm, or Swarm's Eminence. So they got a land for the turn, and they get the...
Pirates and I get along because we're both cutthroats.
Yeah, we're just going to focus on damage. I've kind of committed to this line of reasoning where,
Keep your friends close.
where we're just trying to kill him. Go ahead, Leveler. Level away. Does not protect you from Deathtouch. Yeah, opponent, I'm just going to attack.
Oppressors deserve whatever I feel suits them.
Now, I think do I just continue on the Deathtouch plan, or do I think we get down some. Well, we can do both. Didn't really want to commit as much, but like the cards that they revealed throughout this game have been scary. We're gonna make it so that 3 damage kills them. Wow, that is actually really good with Vraska, huh? Did not know Shadowheart was so OP. Now, well, that makes things harder. So if they gain 6, yeah, they have to double block. On our post-main phase. Do this. I think we're still fine. Though I probably shouldn't have discarded my Wrath. We could have waited for that too, but that would be an extra turn. How do you get a Power Stone? Oh, yeah. Leveler. Leveler makes Power Stones. I think my greed might have got me killed. This is looking infinitely worse, right? So I think we have to get rid of the card draw. Because that's a big no-no. See what they're willing to put in front of this. Just a Thopter. Yeah, well, that's disappointing. We still have the Poison Wind as a conceivable option. Never mind. Yeah, we're Wrath or bust. We came very close, though. But the old historic Brawl secret of just ramp into Portal to Phyrexia, it is good enough to get us. Let's get a redraw. Guess we're gonna ramp a little bit more. In the deck a bit. And then pray we draw something. Like, I don't think we have a real out anymore because of Portal to Phyrexia. At least I don't get a cast trigger or an attack trigger from it this turn. We still have one turn. Yeah, we've been beaten on this stage of card advantage, definitely. It happens sometimes. I didn't really build this deck to be too card advantage heavy either. Mainly because I was hoping that the poison plan would just finish out the game before it became an issue. We're going to take out Crawling Barons. Because in the eventuality that we achieve a Wrath, Crawling Bearings is a card that will kill us. Let's draw. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It did not save us, I think. I think we just die. Maybe a couple turns earlier it would have, because then we could have gotten past the small fries and just attacked in. But in our current board state, it's not really helpful, right? So close. So close. Yeah, the other one I'm working on at the moment is a Lord Xander deck. And the Lord Xander deck is like a Counters Matters deck. And I think I'm one rare wildcard and one mythic wildcard off of completing the deck, having the last few pieces I need. One of them is a blue enchantment that proliferates whenever you cast a spell. And then I don't remember what the mythic is, but I'm only one pack off that one, so not what I'm really concerned about, but... Ooh, a Toxic Beast. I wonder if there was an argument to make it... Well, like Luca, he makes Toxic Beast the same thing, same activated ability. But, he's red-green, right? And you don't have any other really good red creatures. Venerated Rotpriest could be good. We don't have a lot of targeted stuff, so he's not... We're not a deck built around him, right? But he is good. I think I've seen him be good, but... Do we want to sack for the sword? No. We can do it next turn if we really get desperate. We can get our first poison counter. Man, our Sheoldred opponent is just not about... I think I'm going to draw 2 cards. I actually do want the 5th land, because we are woefully undermanned. Decline. Rotpriest for the Angel. Not a great trade, if I'm being honest, but... Our opponent is Greed Central. I think I will just have to sword. So you can block. They might have other things too. They were hovering. Hovering's always a bad sign. They're not falling into the Vraska's Fall trap. Which is where they cast their commander and then pass the turn expecting to get it back, but no, they have something. A 3-mana creature is all they need to ruin our day. I guess Go for the Throat kind of fixes the problem. Rude. Well, let's get rid of Vraska. And lucky you, opponent, you get a poison counter. So if I play this, I can equip the sword. And that'll block for... Ashnod can block Elishnorn. Well, she could have. She could have. I need one of the white swords. If I'm being honest. I need a white sword. I need a sword that says protection from white. Honestly, if they gave us a historic expedition, or they have a name for them. God, what are they called? I know what they are, but they're like the little packages that they add to. Well, that will die. Never mind. To Arena, right? Like they do it every so often. If they could just add one of those that is just swords, that'd be nice. I don't know. I don't think we have enough swords for that. Like, I guess we could use swords that are kind of not swords, but I think one of the reasons why I look at that, I didn't lose 2 life. Thank you, Elishnorn. One of the reasons why I always get bored with equipments is because we have this... Like, the best equipment on Arena are pretty well set, right? Like, you have 2 swords. One of them's not very good. It's the one that makes wolves and mills. Not great. Its protection in blue is actually kind of decent. And then we have the red-green sword, which is... It can be good if it connects, but generally your opponent blocks it and it doesn't connect, so it's just kind of a pump. And like... I am dead next turn, so the Poison Boys are just going in. They're just going in. We die in the air this turn, but we sent a message. We killed Elishnorn halfway. That's pretty good. One of the things I've noticed is that that's pretty good. It's pretty much my default for, we didn't do very well. Rough one. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Cleared out my quest, see? Responsible Magic player here. Either way, see you tomorrow.